Okay, so I want to repeat this talk on fundamental analysis because I remember yesterday somebody was saying repeat the talk of fundamental analysis. That was is it Thursday when we had the session? Okay, so let's just start from there. Now, what is fundamental analysis? Fundamental analysis is a way to trade with news and emotions in the market. So there's technical analysis where we show you the charts, the indicators, telling you the trend, market bias, and all those things. But you see, there is fundamental analysis, and that is critical when it comes to blockchain trading. Blockchain is 80% an emotional business and 20% technical. Or let's just say the market moves based on 70% emotions of people and 20 or 30% technical analysis. Sometimes that is why no matter how you look at the market, if one World Bank person or one SEC person comes out and says one thing about blockchain, the market will respond. The reason is because many people are not even enlightened about how the blockchain works, about how the trades go. They just want to, quickly make money and get out. So when they are in the trade and the SEC chairperson or one person from somewhere just makes a statement that Bitcoin is not conducive for climate change, before you know what's happening, the price will start crashing. Why does that happen? It's because people are too emotional, and that emotion is what's affecting market movement a lot. All right. So how can you determine what emotions are about to drive people? How can you determine what emotion drives people? So cryptopanic.com. So let's take that first one. All right. I mentioned it here the last time, and I'm mentioning it again because it has to be a part of your lifestyle. Don't worry, I'm going to have all these videos uploaded on YouTube so that everyone can watch them and become very good. By the time I have 10 members will be meetings recorded there, I believe everybody will be good. So that's cryptopanic.com. So once you get there, let's say you refresh and load the page again, and let's see, what do we have here? We have news. You click on news and you're interested in top news, all right? So what's the top news for today? Let's start with the last 19 minutes. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana news. Crypto analyst issues Solana warning. Oh my God. So when you come here and see Solana warning, gives updates on BTC and Chainlink, it means that it might be a bad news. Crypto analyst, a close follow crypto analyst is giving his latest takes on Ethereum, rival, Solana, decentralized. See? So because of this news, let's go see what's happening in Solana. All right. Let's go see what's happening in Solana. This news came out 29 minutes ago. All right. So of course, you see the market is on a downward trend. So it might actually go downwards, more of downwards. I might test this again or here. I might remain flat for a while. That's because sometimes people listen to this news a lot. Ethereum MEV bots see one of the most profitable days due to exploits. Okay, that's a good one for Ethereum. First major success in US Congress for 2 crypto bills, law decoded. So for me, I'll tell you right now, don't even trade Solana. Unless you're ready for the dip. All right. You can avoid Solana. When I see that kind of news about Solana, I just kind of stay away from it. But there's good news for Ethereum. There's good news. Ethereum to witness massive liquidation events amid slowing DeFi ecosystem. Wow, this is not too good a news for Ethereum, but could also be good news. Bitcoin taught me a valuable lesson by Austin Airport. So you keep looking for news coin by coin. Look at BTC news, Bitcoin mining updates, stocks cool off, miners send BTC to exchanges. Where is it again? Where's the one I was reading? It was somewhere here. Apologies, I have to look for it. It's BTC, right? Yeah, stocks cool off. Miners send BTC to exchanges to prep for halving. So you see, people, the halving is in future. but the miners are ready to cash in. So you might see Bitcoin dip a little bit momentarily before the pump. All right. So don't be shocked if market dips a little bit this week. So that's normal. Dipping is normal. All right. Crypto investor gateway is 34% below. Blah, 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 blah. So let's see Ethereum. All right. Let's see Link, Phil. Let's look at Phil. Cryptocurrency, Filecoin decreases more than 3% within 24 hours. All of these are just updates. So you can see the market is a little bit not too bullish. Not too bullish. And that's why most of your coins right now, if you look at them, they are heading down. I mean, any of them you want to look at, any of them you want to look at, they're heading down. Yeah, even BTC heading down, all right? They're all heading down, which is normal, right? So it doesn't really surprise us. Okay, so that is one of the websites for fundamental analysis. Please always do check this website every day before you trade. If you want to trade by yourself, and this is actually for people that want to know what's about to happen in the market. Especially if you're trading yourself. Then CryptoCraft is another one. So if you go to CryptoCraft, you can create an account. You can change your time settings to match Nigerian time, like I did here, 9:13 p.m. And every day you can see the news for the day. You look for the ones with red. All right. So today is Monday. There's no red news, no hot news. The market can just be going anywhere it wants to go. But let me tell you something. The crypto panic holds more push for the market. It can give you more insight than CryptoCraft. That's what I think. That's what I've seen, But CryptoCraft helps you to time your news events. So you see US ISM manufacturing PMI is marked as red, and it's what time? 3 p.m. tomorrow. So there's a possibility that the market might change direction by 3 p.m. tomorrow. And the forecast is 46.9 and 46.0. You click on it, it will give you more detail when you click on it. Sorry. So I clicked on it, and what you want to know here is usual effects. Actual less than forecast is good for crypto. So if the figure that comes out here, that 3 o'clock, because the real figure will come here. If the real figure here is less than this, less than 46.9, all right, if the figure is less than 46.9, good for crypto. So you can expect some bullish momentum. Maybe not always, but sometimes it can happen that fast. Okay, so that's how you operate with this one. Okay, that's how you operate with it. You just come look at the news time by time by time. I can see more news is coming up here. So after watching, you just click on this X. If you want to see for the whole week, you can decide to click on this date, and from July 31 to, let's just see for the whole week, yeah, August 5th, 6th. Let's apply the settings. So we can have a clear picture of, you see, Friday, there are a lot of events on Friday. All right, Tuesday, Thursday, these 2 days will determine what happens on Thursday, and then the weekend has a lot of news waiting on it. So Fridays are very dangerous days to trade because market can generally dip, but there's also times when the news will come out and pump in favor of the blockchain, and the market will go up. So combine this hourly news. If you want to trade, just before trading, come out, check, is any special news about to happen? Because if the market is bullish and the news comes out here and is bearish, negative, bad for crypto, sometimes people just respond to it and market begins to dip. So it's good to have these two things. And I hope that these two websites will help you on your journey. So I'm going to drop the second one in the chat box. My goal here is not just to show you how the bot works. I want you to be able to work with the bot yourself on your own. And if you can master that art and you have time, there's no limit to how much you can make in this system. In fact, I'm looking for 10 people that I can put in a committee of signal generators, because I can be very busy. I don't have much time to look at generate signals sometimes. But if I have a team of 10 persons or even 5 who are monitoring the markets And once somebody sees that based on our analysis, one condition is right, the person will just signal us, we'll check it together in the group, confirm it, debate it, and before you know it, the signal is dropped. That's what I'm trying to create here. I want to have like 5 people, 6 or 7, or up to 10, fine. Have them in a group, and we all keep analyzing the coins in that group, so that from there we decide to drop things in the group chats for people to, make money. That's the goal. That's the goal of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So this is the second fundamental analysis tool. You can create an account on CryptoCraft. Just go sign up, log in, and customize your time, because the default time might not be your time. So you have to go check your time zone, GMT, West Africa, choose your time format, and so the time here will always reflect the time according to what you want. All right. So that's it. That's it about fundamental analysis, and I'm hoping that you all appreciate that. Is there any question about fundamental analysis? Because we're about to go into our hands-free autopilot settings. We'll just look at it briefly. Okay. Is there any question about this before we go into our hands-free autopilot trading? Okay, so I can see there's really no much remarks here. There's really not much remarks here, so let's go. Let's expand our horizon to the next point of call. All right. I'm trying to do something here. Just permit me to. I'm going to share my screen again in a moment. Okay, so I just have to create a folder for these autopilot settings, and let's try see. Let me try C1. That will make a lot of sense here. I'm trying to open a couple of them. Okay, so this is the first screen. Okay, when we talk about our autopilot setting, this is what it looks like. Okay, and I want you to pay close attention. I'm not going to go into every part of it, but I want you to pay attention. This setting you see in front of you is for people who have $3,000. $2,500 can work, but preferably $3,000. So between $2,500, $2,600, $3,000, and they will trade one coin. You remember in 2021, some people, when they have $2,000, they are trading 70 coins. So now, no, we've learned a lot from that. This trading method works powerfully. Let me tell you a secret. If you have 10 people, all right, that are trading with $2,000 each, with your link directly, let me tell you this. If you have even just 2 people that are trading with 2,000 plus each, every day you'll be making between $3, $4, $5 every day from their trades. That's the secret I want to tell you. Now, imagine that there are 10 of them. So instead of making $5, you'll be making at least $25. Now, if there are 20 of them, they are not networkers, they're not recruiting. There's no way you'll not be making up to $50 a day from their trades. You see, that fuel fee, anytime you trade with ROYALQ, the bot takes 20%, you take 80% of the profit. That 20% of the profit that the bot takes, it's not ROYALQ that spends it. Yeah, a part of it goes to them, but it's actually used to share to your upline, it's distributed by a formula. Nobody is ever about the formula. All you need to know is that 20% they take, if you have any direct downline, you get 20% of that 20%. So if Madam Rose here is my direct downline, okay. If she makes $20 profit, ROYALQ will take okay, let's just say $10. If she makes $10 profit, ROYALQ will take $2. If she makes $20 profit, ROYALQ will take $40. So if she makes $20 profit, ROYALQ will take $40. Now, what would I get as her direct upline? I'll get 20% times $4. $0.8. Okay. So this is how it's actually a powerful formula. So what's 20% of $10? $2, right? So $10 is made. $2 is taken as a fuel fee. Now, because I am the sponsor, I can get 0.2 times $2. That's 0.4. Okay, so that's how powerful this is. By the time you have 20 people that are making that kind of money, just imagine multiply that by 20. You just see $1 drop from nowhere. I'm telling you, that is why you need to be strategic with your ROYALQ business. That is why you need to have, we have a system that takes care of the people that are ready to take signal. We also have a system that takes care of the people that are too busy, or that feel that they are too busy. It's not as if they are too busy, but they feel that they are too busy. We have a system for them. This autopilot setting is for anybody that can afford $2,500 to $3,000 and above, even if it's $100,000. If the person comes and says, I have $100,000, the only thing is that will increase this first buying amount, that's all. Okay? But for 2,500, 3,000, we leave it at 15 USDT first buying amount. Open position doubled is no, turn it off. All right? Always turn that off. We don't really want to be bothered about open position doubled. And I believe most of us already know the meaning of all these settings. Then margin call limits. This is the secret. Margin call limits 200. You will set 200 margin calls. That means this account, the person doesn't want to be checking accounts every day. This person doesn't have time. Maybe weekend they will check, what has my boss done for me? The person just wants to check maybe 4 times in a month. Oh, my money is growing. This account is ready to buy 200 dips. That is autopilot. In other words, no intervention. Most of us know 20 margin calls settings, but this one is 200. So if the market is dipping, it's buying, it's dipping, it's buying, it's dipping, it's buying. It comes up, sub beam mode, real-time settlement. It sells, it sells, it sells, takes profit. It's going down again. It will just be buying the dip, going down, buying the dip. Come up small, sell, sell, sell. This is actually a very beautiful thing to behold. Now, take profit ratio, we'll leave it at 1.3. You can actually leave it at 1.5, it's fine. But what we observe is that most times the market will hit 1.3 and then change direction again. So 1.3 makes you buy multiple times faster, but you can actually also change it to 1.5. Hold position, take profit to call back 0.01. We've explained this before. It means after selling, because this is autopilot setting, so to buy, sell, buy, sell. So after selling, wait for it to drop by 0.01% before you buy, you know. Then margin configuration, we'll get to that later, if we can get to that today. Buying callback is the same thing here. Buying callback means, okay, hold position, take profit, callback. Okay, sorry, hold position, take profit, callback simply means when it has hit this 1%, 1.3%. You know, 1.3% here means get ready to sell, but it might not sell if the market is pumping. So if it drops by 0.01, then sell, okay? Please, hold position, take profit, callback. Let me correct myself. It means after it has reached 1.3%, if it's pumping, allow it to pump. But if it drops small by 0.01%, sell. So you don't want to allow it to drop much, all right? Then buying callback means wait until after you've sold, wait until it drops by another 0.01 before you buy again. In other words, let the market come down small and buy. All right. Distribute and take profit. This is another sub. We'll get to that. Sub position, take profit callback, of course, can be 0.1. Okay. So this is for sub positions, and the sub positions are those positions from margin call 5 and upwards. All right. So there's a setting for them. We might get to the settings today if we have time, but maybe we can leave those settings for some other time. And yeah. So, we always do one shot for manual signal trading. So this time is cycle. So this is the one page I want us to get, understand this one page. And this is the first screenshot introducing you to our autopilot system settings. Don't worry, I'll be showing these system settings more and more and more and more. But what you need to know right now is that this is the basics of it. You can see there is 194th call. There's 195th call. So up to 200 calls, okay? I'm going to take you on the journey of all those calls, maybe some other time, but we wouldn't want to spend too much time on that, So all of these settings, I'm just opening them up because I've saved them here. Just get ready as we keep coming to the meetings. I'll be showing you more and more of those settings is that page I just showed you here. This is the introduction of our settings. See, let me tell you this. You might not have much money to trade. You might not have more than $2,000, $3,000, but you will meet people in your structure who will bring $10,000. You will meet people that will come to you and say, I have $50,000. What can your board do for me? Now, I want a sincere, frank feedback from you people. Let's say somebody has $10,000. Okay? Let's even use $5,000. Today, $5,000 multiplied by 830, right? Let's be modest with 830. That is about 4 million naira, right? Now, you can make 8%, okay? You can make 8% of this $5,000 every month. So that means 8% times 5,000 every month. That is $400. $400 times 830. And I'm not even compounding, I'm just talking as if you didn't want to compound. That is 332,000 naira. Now, let me ask you this question. 332,000 naira gain on a 4 million naira account. Is that good enough to keep operating the bot? What do you think? If you think it's good enough profit margin to keep trading, type 1 in the chat box. If you feel it's not good enough, type 0 in the chat box. And I know I'm saying this. We're talking about the autopilot settings. People that say they don't have time, they're too busy, automatically they can make 8% every single month, even more than that. So I want your feedback in the chat. If you feel it's good enough, type 1 in the chat box. If you feel it's poor enough, it's not too good, type 0. And I want feedback because my next statement is going to be connected to that feedback. Remember, before you type your feedback, remember, nobody can run away with your money. You see, I'll make some statements here. And that's why I'm asking this question, because I need us to understand the power of what we're talking about here. Your number one rule, there's an age you get to, your number one function is you don't want to lose money again. All right? You don't want to lose money again. Let's say you have retirement money. Let's say, give the example of somebody who retired and has 10 million naira. And we say, get $5,000 and put it in ROYALQ. At that level, you don't want to lose money. I want to know, those of us who are here, 332,000 naira monthly. coming from a capital of 4 million naira, is that good enough? I can see two people that have said is good, Tony and Jerome. There's no sitting on the fence here. I want everybody to respond. No sitting on the fence. And honestly, you can say it's not right. I'm not saying you must say it's good enough. So based on the feedback you give, I'm going to now know how I'm going to channel my thoughts. You don't have to actually say it's good enough. Maybe to you, it's not good enough. That is why a lot of people go for Ponzi. You know, my job here is to address the Ponzi mentality. Okay, so we have three people that have said it's good enough, and nobody has, had the courage to say it's not good enough. And we have maybe a couple of persons who are sitting on the fence. All right. So let me give you an example. 332,000 naira every month. Multiply that by 12 months on autopilot. By 12 months, that is now 3.9 million naira. Divided by the same rate of 830 per dollar. That is $4,800. Now, let me ask my question again. You started a business with $5,000 in January. At the end of January, that business has given you another $5,000. Is that business a good business? Your capital of $5,000 is intact. And it has given you another profit of $4,800, which is $5,000. Is that business a good business? You did not talk to anybody. You did not go to recruit anybody. You just stayed on your own, set up your autopilot trading. So I want to know, let me change this. If it's a good business, type G. If it's a bad business, too poor, type P. G versus P. I'm going to type mine now. Mine, of course, is capital G. All right? Right, G, J, fine. So it's G or P. And I need us to appreciate this. Many of us will be in a hurry, be attracted to the next Ponzi scheme. The Ponzi scheme will be working very well for 3 months. The 4th month, they will develop a glitch. And once they develop that glitch, before you know it, withdrawal has stopped and the customer service stops responding, and one story after the other. All right. So you realize that you cannot put your retirement money into those schemes. Don't. Yeah, I just want to put $100 there. Maybe if you're a networker, you put $100 and then start putting crowd. But trust me, you don't want to push people into such schemes. Everybody here is saying it's good business because it's actually good business. So that thing we call 8% in a month. To some people, it looks small, but your bank can never give it to you. So this is the business you bring big boys to. You bring people who have millions, multimillionaires. You bring them, set them up, and they will thank you for it. The only thing is that you need to be monitoring their board so that you check on their board from time to time that they have gas fee. You just stay there and just enjoy making 100%. And we did not compound though. You see, when you started and you were using 15, there's a place your money will get to. After some months, you will change it to 20 or 17. So you begin to make more money. More money. Okay. So let's go back. You said, $5,000 and you made 4,800. 4,800 divided by 5,000. That is about 96%. Okay. In a year. Definitely 100%. Because there are months when the market will be bullish and you'll be making more money. Forget about it. There are days when the market will be bullish and you'll be making so much more money. All right. So this 8% will just be modest. When we say 5 to 8%, that 8% will just be modest because when the good months come, oh my God, it's insane. So let's calculate it this way. You put in $5,000. You put in $5,000. In your first year, you traded and multiplied it by 2. And your $5,000 became $10,000 capital. Yes, let's just say you did not withdraw anything because you trust the system now. You trust the system. You're not worried. You have 10 million naira to retire with. 5 million is trading for you. That is, let's just say $5,000. The remaining money is there. You just using it to take care of some of your needs. This $10,000 that is trading for you, this $5,000 is pure trading. Pure trading. You're not touching the trading capital, it's just trading. Now, in the second year, you have $10,000. You now change the first buying amount of this money to maybe 30 because your capital has increased now, right? You now change it to maybe another higher figure, something double of whatever you started with when you want to do your calculation, because this 15 years for 2,500. So that means for $5,000, you might be using 30. So when you're using 30, now that you are 10,000, you might be using 60. Okay. So this is your second year now. You have $10,000. After the 12 months, you multiply your 10,000 by 2 again. How much capital do you have now? $20,000. This is 2 years of pure trading. You have not touched your money. You are just trading. Autopilot. Now, the third year has started. And you said you want to trade for 3 years. Autopilot. So you put in $20,000 now. So, of course, you increase this appropriately to the right figure based on calculation. Now, $20,000 at the end of we started with $5,000, right? End of the first year, you had $10,000. And you started the second year. End of the second year, you now had $20,000, right? So the third year is now starting. So third year starts and you double it again. At the end of the third year, you have $40,000. 3 years of trading and you have $40,000 trading for you at the end of the third year. Now, the fourth year, you say, okay, I want to do this thing, I want to do it for 4 years. And if end of the fourth year of trading, 40,000 times, you double it again. After 4 years, you now have $80,000. You are trading for 4 years. You give back to one child, the child is 4 years old. It's now time for the child to go to primary school. All right? It's nursery school, rather, or whatever it is that they go at that young age. Some people don't like sending to school until they get to 5, whatever works. So this is this is $80,000. You now decide to divide this by 2. All right. And that means you have $40,000. You continue to trade with the $40,000, but you want to spend $40,000. So $40,000 multiplied by 830, assuming the dollar rate remains the same. How much is that? Are you
the calculator go break, or the calculator go break.
$40,000 is giving you 33 million naira. I beg, make una tell me, is this good business or is it bad business or poor business? For me, it's absolutely good business.
Very good business.
It's a good business.
It's a business that is coming steady. You are not losing. Nobody can run away with your money. It's a business that when you trade it for 10 years, oh my God, we just did for 4 years. So now you sold this money and you want to use 2 million to send your child to school for that year. You use 2 million, you still have 30-something million. I beg, Madam Baby Salah, what will you do with 30-something million? I don't know why I'm not hearing Madam today. Okay. I guess her device is not bringing sound today. Okay. Who can speak? Mr. Priestlight, what will you do with 30-something million?
I will beat my chest and first of all, thank God that I have arrived. And sit down to continue using it to turn it over to trade and add more money on top of it. Then I'll make sure that the child's future is actually well secured, that he will actually go to school, to anywhere he or she may want.
Absolutely. So ROYALQ is a special miracle money generating machine. But people don't understand it because people are wanting to trade with $100 every time. But don't worry, you will get $5,000 you will put here. Don't worry. You will get $5,000 you will put here. And when you put that $5,000, you will watch it perform its miracle over the years. So this is just after the 4 years. Oh, your $40,000 is there. So now the $40,000, you want to go for the 5th year now. And you double it again with the profit and capital. You now have $80,000. So remember, you still have your 30-something million that is there. So, so this 5th year, you just relax. You now sit down and say, okay, let's do the 6th year. That is 2 years. You only want to do 2 years now. 2 years, and you go again in the 6th year, $80,000, you multiply it by 2, you have another $80,000 profit. You now have $160,000. At the end of the 6th year, now your child is 6 years old. Your child never entered university. At the end of the 6th year, your $40,000 has again generated $160,000. What's half of $160,000? $80,000. So you keep $80,000 trading for you, and the remaining $80,000, you now multiply it by whatever the rate is. So let's say the rate stays at 830. My people, this is $66 million naira. 66 million naira. Say no to Ponzi. Forget the stupid nonsense, animalistic, Ponzi schemes. So I'm not judging, okay? We can all do different things, but this is the ROYALQ. I'm telling you that within 6 to 10 years of trading with this bot, your life will not remain the same. So I don't know if that man Rose can talk where you are. That based on what you are seeing is 5%, 8%. Is it possible with this bot? I know you're not using the old autopilot settings, but do you think it's possible with this bot? 8% a month? Absolutely, it's possible. There'll be times when the market will be dull, yes, in a month. There'll be times when it will pump, yes, in a month, but you will always be within 5-8%, and in a very good market, you can do 30%. So I decided to show you this, the power of, do you know that I didn't even do compounding at all? I didn't even mention compounding at all. Because if it's compounding, there's a lot more you can achieve. So as it's growing up, after 3 months, you increase your first buying amount. You increase your first buying amount, As it's rising, you're increasing your first buying amount. So, but we're not even talking about compounding. We're talking about using the same rates to trade month after month after month, year after year after year. So this is the power of ROYALQ, and this is the reason why somebody like me, I have refused to be, distracted by leaders who do not understand this. Now, but here's the thing. You are trading, you need to spend from your money that you're trading, all right? So that's the truth of the matter, all right? So how can you balance and get extra income? By recruiting and building a business. Because when your $5,000 turns to $7,000 or $8,000 in the middle of the year, yeah, your friends are going to come say, come on, what's happening? How is it working? You show them 6 months of autopilot trading or the manual method you're doing, whatever it is, they're going to come and join you in the business. And I want to tell you that if they join you in the business, there's so much money you can make that you can use to prepare for the bull run. There's so much money you can use to, set aside and buy some coins, increase your trading. Before you know it, you might increase your trading to even $20,000. So don't give up. Don't give up if all you have now is $1,000. You dare not give up. It's just the beginning. All right, so that is a little bit about the hands-free autopilot settings. Let's talk about how to use parallel channels, because I want you to become good at, how to use parallel channels. So let's come here. All right, so if I look at this, my trade now, this is 1 hour chart. I know I've talked about parallel channels a lot, so let's talk about trend lines. See, the trend is coming this way. All right, from here, here. So what you do for trend line, you select trend line. All right, so this is a trend line. You start from here. You drop it through the top. Okay? I'm going to narrow my screen so it's easier to draw. Then you come from here, select it again, pick it from the lower low, and draw it again. You have to stretch it. So this is a trend line. So let me increase my screen a little bit. You see this price there, it will keep narrowing inside this trend line until it breaks out from either under here. Okay, so this one needs to go up a little bit because I didn't get the bottom right for this one. All right, good. So when you're drawing trend lines, you might want to hide some of these indicators like the Lorentzian classification, just so you can see road well. So this is the beauty of a trend line. You can see from the higher point, cross, maintain it. Then from the lower, maintain it. You see that it will keep going up and down in between this until it breaks down here. Remember, if it breaks down here, it means it's likely going to be going down. But then we need to bring up the HCF liquidity. So you can see this thing gives you so much clarity. It's at one liquidity level. So it might go up again. Test here, come down, test here, go up, test here. This is Solana. It will keep dancing here. But when it breaks up here, there's every likelihood to break up and give you some good percentage here, right? So it might, I'm trying to, hey, sorry for my alarm. I'm trying to look for, just a moment, sorry. I'm looking for something here. Okay. Okay, price range. So if it crosses above and breaks up here, you can be sure that it can give you a good 2-3% or even 4%. And if it wants to test this line exactly, but I don't even encourage touching the line directly. Just give it some allowance, 4% or even 3.5. Take it and move on. So when I say I'm looking for 5-10 people that can analyze, it's people that will be monitoring this kind of thing. It has broken. If it breaks down, then you know to just go down and face here and touch this line and could touch this line. All right. Then you just redraw the trend line. So you need to, this is on the 1 hour chart, right? You can even go to the 4 hour chart to see what the trend line looks like. You know, the market would do this kind of thing. It will dance in between this trend line and then later break out of it. That's what I'll be trading. I mean, I could charge you $50 just to teach you trend lines, but you get it for free here because as you're trading successfully, we're making money. Then of course, parallel channel is one of the most powerful of these tools. Okay. The parallel channel is one of the most powerful of these tools, which you see here. How does it work? Yeah, still the same way. You know, you just pick as it's coming down now, right? You just pick this height, draw it. It's similar to the, you just draw it to get to the, it's almost similar. You can see it's almost coinciding with the top of this. All right. So let me just bring it down just for the sake of clarity. Now, when you get here, you can stretch it out a little bit. When you get here, you click on it, and then it automatically allows you to drag it. So when you drag it, this is what you get. So what are we saying? Price will always go up, down between the channel. So you can see the channel has been created. It has touched up. Trust me, it is touching here. It might break down here and touch down. And when it's touching down, it might touch this. It will touch this line, and then this support might take it up. And it could get to this middle line. You see, there's a middle line here in the parallel channel. Sometimes it could get to this line, and bounce up. So you might see that it has broken the trend line, but the moment it gets to this middle line, it will just bounce up. So if you're using the channel, parallel channel, the moment it hits the top, you might be ready to, exit your trade. Now, once it's coming down, just watch out because you have already drawn support and resistance. It's here or here. Just relax. Wait for signal. Okay. Here or here. In fact, if it comes here, just buy. Don't worry about it because so far it has touched this place. Highest it might just go down small. It will still come back up. So using parallel channel to trade keeps you entering at the time when market is likely going to reverse. But please remember, it's all probability. There's nothing 100%. The market can come here and instead of bouncing back up, it will just go dropping down. That's a possibility. But 70% of the time, if it touches here, it's going to go back up and create that level of success. We'll keep talking about parallel channels every day from time to time, but we need to understand that just by drawing this parallel channel, you can figure out what the market is likely to do together with your information from Crypto Panic telling you the fundamentals of the market. And of course, let's talk about our manual trading strategy once again. And before then, let's talk about Acro because we have to round up in a moment. So look at Acro USDT. For autopilot settings, this is our duplication strategy. Always use Acro. Why? You get why. Acro can pump, dump, pump again, dump, pump again. It can create miraculous money for you and your team. So I know how much, maybe at tomorrow's meeting, I could share a screenshot of what the bot. I know I had maybe like $30, just a few days ago. And today I have $84 in my Fuel wallet. What happened? Just the market, Acro was just doing something crazy. And my direct downlines, who are trading with some good money, above $2,500, were just moving and doing this. And it's crazy. But before then, Acro was not too, was looking dull. It was coming downwards for a while. But they were making money. When it pumps like this, money will come out. Then it will go down. It pump again. Look at today. Pshoo, came down. Pshoo, came down. Poo. Acro is your coin for autopilot trading. Now, remember, I always tell you, when you use market bias, remember, it's all probability. Nothing is guaranteed. Look at market bias. It pumped up. It came back and touched market bias. What did it do again? Boom, up. It came back again, touched market bias. It did what? Boom, up. Now, after it has done 3 times, you better not expect it to keep doing that again and again and again. It might be time for a little down trend. Bottom line, what am I saying? Look at the liquidity level. It's obeying that liquidity level. Look at this liquidity level too. It's obeying that liquidity level. So combine all you have known and learned about this and use it to your advantage. Because in the bull run, even somebody can come here and just, maybe he has $10,000 he's trading with. We just carry $100 and throw into one coin. Just say, $100, go and give me 3%. And because he's targeting it to bounce back out of here. But remember, use your MACD indicator to be sure of the direction of the market before entering. And of course, it's always better to use your 20 margin call order so that you can, dip, be able to tolerate 20% dip. Right? This is a real business. I'm telling you, the secret of this business. We're going to round up in a moment, and I want to thank you for coming here. The secret of this business, even if you don't have a team of people that are networkers, just try and target that in a year or 2 years, while you are trading, you use your trading results to attract people. And your trading results will be like a story. That's why when you don't withdraw it, people will be watching your story. It will be like film. Do you understand? Don't worry yourself. It will be like movie. Because you will start with that $5,000. They will see where you started from. Those people are watching your status also. They are watching your status. So then they will see that you started with 5,000. They will see that it's going to 6,000. They see that it's going to 7,000. They see that before the end of 1 year, it has become 10,000. They'll say, Madam, I've been watching this your status for 1 year. How does it work? Don't think that your business ends in the first 1 year. People just want to see that something is working. They might be watching you for 1 year. That your status is NTA television, channels news, it is CNN. So you use your status to share your story. All right. Now, as people are coming in and they are joining, they're activating that $30, that cannot be your free money to be chopping. Do you understand? But bottom line is, imagine having 10 or 20 people that can trade with $2,500. That means you're going to decide who you're going to talk to. It's not just anybody you're going to talk to. You're going to be talking to a lot of people, of course, but you want to also target some well-to-do people. And tell them, see, this thing is working. Look at my account. And I'm not working alone. I'm working with a top leader who understands the blockchain, who understands how to set this bot. We're going to work with it, set it for you, get it. Autopilot is safe. Because ROYALQ is the safest business in the world. So why would somebody abandon it and say, oh, it's not working? Don't let somebody deceive you to go and trade Forex or futures. If you haven't mastered trading, don't even try going into futures and Forex, because even if you have $100 million in futures or Forex, can vanish in 15 seconds. Because in that case, it's a leverage market and it can wipe you out. So forget about those ones. People will be telling you, oh, there's this AI bot from this platform. It does this, it does it. When that AI bot decides to wipe you, it will be winning, it will be winning, it will be winning, to tell you it's winning, it's winning, it's winning. Then one day, to just wipe you, blow up your account. I know people that has happened to us. It's very emotional. So please stick with ROYALQ and master trading. When you master trading, you can decide to do anything with your knowledge and skills anywhere, but keep your capital, the big capital, in ROYALQ. You don't put big capital and go trade Forex and all those things. Please, 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 please. When you make $100,000, you can decide to play with $2,000 or $5,000. That's fine. But right now, we want to build capital over the years in a way that is going to transform lives. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been able to touch fundamental analysis today. We've been able to look at our hands-free autopilot trading. We've been able to talk a little bit about our manual strategy, just looking at market bias. All right. We've talked about how to use parallel channels and trend lines. So I want to thank you all for coming here. Your hard work and diligence will pay off. The time you use to patiently listen to this, watch videos, attend trainings will set you apart. Just see the picture. Who are the 20 people I will call into ROYALQ? That when they come into ROYALQ, they will trade with 2,500 or above. I'm telling you that if you have those 20 people trading for you with $2,500 and above, there's no day that with our autopilot settings that you will not be making $100, between $50 to $100. So what are you looking for in a Ponzi scheme? When you can actually achieve this with just 20 people who are trading with good money. ROYALQ remains the best platform. Let's build afresh. Forget if your leaders are not here. It's fine. I mean, people can do whatever they want to do. But here we're starting afresh and we're showing people the nitty-gritty of this bot and why it works. Thank you very much for joining the session tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll continue by discussing more about the hands-free autopilot setting and a couple of other things. Thank you very much.
Thank you.